I salute you, comrades! Nope, we don't do that in Russia. Hi guys! Have you ever heard of a place called Hollywood? It's located in Los Angeles, United States, and many movies are made there. Of course, not as many as in the Indian Bollywood, but still, the majority of those are action movies. And I have to say that they are freaking awesome! Brutal fights, crazy shootouts, massive explosions, blackjack, who cares? And on top of that, there is one thing that is especially cool for me. A Russian guy in almost every movie. It's always a bad guy, but I guess it's just a mere coincidence. Right? There is just one thing. Film Russians are kind of different from the Russians I know in real life, but I guess Hollywood knows better. So let's begin our lessons about Russian people. For starters, let's look at a fake passport that Jason Bourne finds in a safe deposit box in the Bourne Identity. The name written in Latin script is Foma Kinyaev. Foma. According to Wikipedia, Foma is the Russian equivalent of the name Thomas or Tom. But you shouldn't always trust what Wikipedia says. Let's see what other Hollywood movies teach us about Russian names. I must break you. Remember this? Ivan Drago. A scary Soviet boxer said it to Rocky Balboa before they fight in the 4th entry in the Rocky series. In 1988, 3 years after Rocky IV, another great movie was made. Red Heat. The first American film given permission to shoot in Moscow's Red Square. It tells the story of two cops. Chicago's detective Art Rizik and Soviet narc Ivan Danko, portrayed by Arnold Schwarzenegger. If you like Guy Ritchie, you've probably seen Rock'n'Rolla, and remember that one of the key characters is a Russian billionaire called Yuri Omovich. Another Russian billionaire, just a fatter one, can be found in the disaster film 2012. His name is Yuri Karpov. Do you like Iron Man? I do. Everybody does. The same can be said about his Russian nemesis from the second movie Whiplash though. Oh, by the way, his real name is Ivan Vanko. Schwarzenegger and Mickey Rourke weren't the only Hollywood superstars to play Russian guys. Nicolas Cage starred in Lord of War as a post-Soviet arms smuggler Yuri Orlov. But let's not forget about the ladies. Take for instance the beautiful Bond girl from GoldenEye, Natasha Simonova, or Mona Sachs' sister from Max Payne film adaptation, Natasha Sachs. Or of course, Marvel's Black Widow, aka Natasha Romanoff, portrayed by the gorgeous Scarlett Johansson. Or, well, I think you can see the picture. There is only one possible conclusion, and that will be our first lesson. There are only two male Russian names, Ivan and Yuri, and only one female name, Natasha. There is something much more interesting about the name in Bourne's passport though, namely about its Cyrillic transcription. If you read it, it sounds something like Artfum. As you can hear, it's a little bit different from Foma Kinyaev. How did this happen? Well, the linguistic specialist working on the movie simply switched the keyboard layout from English to Russian and wrote the name using the same keys he had used for the English transcription. So, Hollywood lesson number 2. Switching your keyboard layout automatically translates anything you write in English to Russian. Now that we know how Russians are called and how to write their names, let's see what they do. During the Cold War, the Soviet Union was considered an evil empire. As Mr. Ronald Reagan said in 1983, in the heart of evil was the Soviet Secret Service KGB. So it's no wonder that back then America's favorite villains were the good old commies from KGB. And as you hardly needed anyone else for the movies, we can safely assume that when a Soviet guy had to choose a profession, he could become a spy, or a military officer, or actually that's it. But in 1991 the Soviet Union collapsed and the KGB was dissolved. So people needed to find another job, and a new employer was born, the Russian Mafia. It was a fantastic opportunity for every Soviet guy since they could apply the KGB training to prosper in the world of crime. So kids, Hollywood lesson number 3. In the USSR everybody was a KGB agent, while in modern Russia everybody is in the Russian mafia. As I said, USSR collapsed in 1991 and the communist regime has been dead for more than 20 years. Many people consider it was the worst thing that happened to Russia in all of its history. There is a communist party now, but it's never a serious candidate in presidential elections. So you would think that there are only a few communists in Russia, right? Wrong! You know, like Spider-Man has his costume under his clothes, the same way every Russian has a red t-shirt under his clothes. And Russia is just waiting for the right moment to unleash the communist power on the world. So, Hollywood lesson number 4. Every single Russian is a communist thirsty of world domination. Usually, the first time we see a Russian guy in a Hollywood movie, he is drinking vodka. That might seem strange to you. After all, planning a secret KGB operation or managing a complex crime organization can be quite physically and mentally challenging, and you need a clear head to do it. So how do Russians pull it off if they're always drunk? I'm going to tell you a big secret. People from Russia are anatomically different from the people of the rest of the world. While other humans get intoxicated by drinking alcohol, Russians literally need it to survive. Moreover, their IQ increases when they drink large portions of alcohol. So after drinking a bottle of vodka, an average Russian becomes smarter than Stephen Hawking. That's how they created the periodic table of elements, discovered viruses and vitamins, sent the first satellite and man to space, etc. Russian people use vodka everywhere they can, while eating cereal instead of milk, to breastfeed babies, to make soup, and so on. So, Hollywood lesson number 5 says: every single Russian drinks vodka every single day from the very beginning to the very end of his life. That's it for today. If you enjoyed my blabbering, I strongly advise you to subscribe to my channel, because more videos are coming. Thank you very much for your attention.